Hey there, Jack and Jill Motorcycle out there in the BMW world. Welcome back to another BMW Motorcycle Owners of America video. This one's going to be kind of a cross between the MOA Garage and Motorcycle Test Kitchen, in that we are installing and using for the first time a SW MOTECH Pro GS tank bag. Which requires the installation of a Pro tank ring. This is my 2015 R1200 GS. The ring parts are specific to your bike, but the tank bag works on multiple models. So head out to the SW MOTECH website to find out what tank ring you need for your bike. Make sure you get the right one. Call them if you need to. And while you're doing all that, because you probably have to be on hold, it's a company after all, right? And you're probably not in the right time zone. So use that opportunity to hit subscribe, ring the bell, click like, leave a comment, ask a question. We'll do our best to get back to you as soon as we can. In the meantime, I'm going to show you how easy this is to install. It actually requires a couple different tools, but nothing that you probably don't already have. While we're talking here, let's get the tank bag out of the holder bag. I don't know what it's called, and take a look at it. It's a good sized tank bag, but it's got the slope at the back to fit on the tank and not get in the way. We'll make sure that we can go full lock to full lock without hitting the bag once it's installed, and all that will be done. You can see it has one main compartment and then two pockets on either side. And this is the bottom part that will show you how it all goes together. It connects to the ring that I'm about to put on the tank. Okay, here's the tank ring kit. And inside it is the tank ring, a bag of parts, some instructions. Now I also have the tools that I need in here. They recommend a little medium thread lock, and you'll need a T25 Torx bit to get the bolts that are in the tank, in the filler cap ring off. You'll need 3 and 4 millimeter hex drivers to put the new bolts in. The instructions have a specific warning not to use T-handle tools, so we're going to be using a regular screwdriver style driver. And one of the interesting things is the kit comes with bolts of several different lengths, so you have to figure out what length works compared to the bolts that are in your tank. So we're going to start by pulling the ring out of the packaging to see exactly which ones we have to take off. Looks like these 4. It does come with good instructions, spacer rings, the whole 9 yards. Tells you what to do and where to use a little bit of thread lock. And then here's the piece of paper telling you not to use a T-handle driver. This is a 2-part ring, and these are beveled, so that tells me that these screws, these are the 3 millimeter ones, are the ones that go in there. This is a good reason to pay attention to the instructions. So the bottom ring goes on with the spacers underneath it. All the spacers go underneath the bottom ring. So I'm going to put this on lightly to start so that I can get under the front and get everything in. So I'm going to have to figure out which of the 2 bolt lengths goes in there. Okay, that's the bolt that came out, and there's the 2 bolts that possibly go in. So I'm going to use the shorter of the 2 because I think that's going to be the better choice. So now I've got both of the shorter ones. Okay, so I'm just going to put a little bit of thread lock on here, and then drop everything on the ground again. these other two spacers go in the front. So I'm gonna put those in now. Loosely thread that in just a little bit. And I think using the shorter of the bolts was the right choice. They didn't need to go in very far. Now to finish this, you need the 4mm. This ring is gonna go on here. I need to figure out which bolt is gonna be the best one for that. The kit comes with 3 different length bolts for the front. This one is out because it's the same size. So I'm gonna try this one first. It's the next longer. Make sure I have 2 that are the same length. And yeah, that's gonna do it. So I'm gonna pull this back out and put thread lock on it. Just a little bit of thread lock, you don't need a lot. There's not much left in this container, so I'm trying to squeeze it hard enough to get it out without shooting it everywhere. And because you're using a little thread lock, you don't really need to torque these down. It says 2 Newton meters, which is, you know, probably less than hand tight for most of us. So you don't really need to get them in there hard. And then there's 2 to help hold the top ring to the bottom ring. There's these 2 plastic nuts that are also 4mm. So just spin those in. There's these 2, well, they might be metal, I don't know. And now the ring is installed. Don't forget to cap your thread lock. So inside the tank bag is the piece that connects to the ring that goes on the bottom of the tank bag. So let's take a look at this. And there's the tools you need. More instructions, German on one side. Actually, it's in German and English. It shows you all the stuff. So the location of the bag is adjustable. It's a warning here to make sure that you're able to go full lock to full lock, and then how to operate the tank bag. We'll take a look at that in a second. Okay, so this is the front, and we're gonna put a lanyard, I think, through that so that we can, or does it go in the back? I better look again. So it wants the lanyard in the front where the handle of the bag is. Yeah, it shows the logo on the bag as being in the back, and there's the logo on the bag. So actually I need to get out my thread lock again. Let me see what size these bolts are. For this they include what looks to be a 3mm hex key. The strap that goes in here is inside the tank bag, and we're just going to unclip it. We can turn that over. I don't want to lose anything out of it. And we're going to have to take it out of the clip to get it placed where it needs to be. It goes through here. You just pull it until the knobby part is on there, and see, then now it pulls right out. And then I'm going to run this back through the strap, or through the clip, because otherwise I'm probably going to lose it. And I'm wondering if it clips somewhere to the front of the bag or comes through somehow. We'll figure that out. In the meantime, we just need it on there so that we can properly mount this. There's the parts from the gas cap, so I'm not going to lose those. So you can see this whole mechanism slides forward and backward based on where we want to put this. So that goes there. And then as you tighten it down, it will position itself on the tank. A little blue thread lock. We're going to get these started so that, and this is a 3mm hex. We're going to get them started so we can position the tank bag. So I'll get them snug but not all the way tightened down, just so they make it so that I can move this but not easily. This is good German engineering. The parts all mate easily. Okay, so I'm going to latch this on there and position it so that I can determine where the best place for it is. That magnet works really well. So that's all the way forward. That's all the way back. I don't want it all the way back because then it'll be too much in my space. So I'm going to move it all the way forward and check the steering lock. That, I'm good on this side. Good on that side. So all the way forward looks like it's going to work. Now this should come off simply by pulling. Yep. I'm going to snug these down since it's positioned where I want it, all the way forward. And again, these don't need to be gorilla tight. They've got a little bit of thread lock on them that's going to hold them in place. So hand tight, just to keep the plate from moving, is going to do the trick. And they actually do have a fairly positive stop at the end that tells you where to stop tightening. So to put the tank bag on the ring, which you would probably do from the side of the bike that you're on, so you would use from the other side because that's the side you get on, is hold the tether out of the way, position it, and it clips into place with magnets. It's not coming off, but you pull the latch and it lifts right up. So, magnet into place, pull to disengage, comes right off. Now let's see if we can figure out a place to clip this. Aha! So there's a pass-through on the front of the bag. It comes into here, and that's, now I can see that I have the clip on the wrong side of the strap. So I'm going to take the strap off, flip the clip over, run that through, and I can clip it in and give myself however much slack I want on the front of the bag. So then you end up pulling the strap through there. That's really slick. You reach around the front, pull the tether, bag comes right off. Now, one thing that I didn't show you about the bag that it comes with is a rain cover. So because of the shape of the GS, you can just tuck the rain cover down in the bottom of the bag and it's out of the way when you don't need it. There's a good amount of room inside the bag. It's expandable at the top. It's got a pocket at the top and the lid, and the two pockets on the sides. So because I'm a big dude, I do push up against the bag a little bit, which might be an irritant on a long trip. I can slide back in the seat a little bit. I could rest against it if I'm tired, which hopefully I won't be. But it's a good roomy size bag. Now, obviously you're not gonna be getting into and out of this while you're moving. The pockets are convenient. It's even got little elastic stays for the zipper pulls, so they're not flapping around in the wind. You got the rain cover, and this bag will hold a good amount of stuff. So I'm looking forward to being able to use it. And it pops right off to get gas. The pass-through is easy to get to on the inside too if you need to. So you can leave as much or as little slack as you want and just pull the strap out. I don't know how handy that'll be with gloves to find the thin strap, but it's right there. So that's just been the install Now I'm gonna use it. I've got some other tank bags to try from Giant Loop, one that I've had for a long time, the Kiger, and one that just came out, the Fandango, which I'm really excited about trying out. You can see how easy it was to get this one on and off. So for the time being, since I know I'm gonna be taking this off soon to test another tank bag, I'm gonna take the original bolts, put them in a Ziploc bag, and stick them right back in here in one of the inside pockets so that I don't have to worry or wonder where they are. Thanks for joining us here on the YouTube channel for the BMW Motorcycle Owners of America. I hope you come back often. I'll be back soon to give you an update on what I think about the SW MOTECH Pro Series tank bag for the BMW GS motorcycle. Take it easy.